Hi, boys. You're gonna read this storybook. It is called Iron Man Invincible. As a boy, Tony Stark dreamed that technology could change the world for the better. Tony was just 19 years old when he started designing cutting edge machinery for his family's company called Stark Enterprises. "This has got to work," Tony declared as he built new gadgets. So Tony started building new gadgets when he was 19 years old at his family's company. So let's see what's happened next. But to create them, Tony would need money, space, and resources. The United States Army was happy to give him everything he needed, as long as Tony would give their soldiers better weapons. Uh-oh. So Tony Stark started building his own technology when his family and company is Stark Enterprises, so he could help the United States Army with their weapons and the soldiers. So let's see what happens next. The Army commander asked Tony, already the head of Stark Enterprises, to teach their soldiers how to use his weapons to keep evil forces at bay. "All you need to do is put your hands. You're about to make the world. All you need to put your hands so pointed it toward the bad guys and grin ear to ear, because you're about to make the world a safer place," Tony told the soldiers to raucous applause. As much as the troops loved Tony Stark for making their jobs safer, the warlords on the other side of the mountains hated him. Without warning, an attack broke out. The soldiers defended Tony well, but one of Tony's own devices exploded. He was blasted off of his feet and felt a sharp pain in his chest before he slammed into the ground. "Arg!" The last thing Tony remembered was a loud ringing in his ear. Arr! So Tony has built up weapons for the army for the United States, but some groups from the other side of the mountain hated Tony Stark for what he has done. So they attacked him and the soldiers, and Tony was blasted off of his feet into the ground. He hit. So let's see what happens next. When Tony woke up, he was surprised to see a smiling face looking down at him. "My name is Dr. Ho Yin-san," the smile said. "You're safe for now, but the explosion lodged shrapnel close to your heart." Jensen had created a powerful magnet that would pull on the shrapnel, preventing it from killing Tony. Tony was confused. Thank you, Yinsen," he said. Tony wasn't used to thanking other people, but before the two men could continue getting to know each other, several warlords barged into the cave where Tony and Yinsen were trapped. "Stark and Ho," one of the warlords bellowed, "two of the world's smartest men. You will build weapons for us, and maybe we will let you live in return." Ha 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 ha. So Dr. Ho Yinsen saved Tony Stark's life. But now the warlords, they were trying to find Tony Stark, and they found him and Dr. Yinsen. So Now they want both of those two smartest men built the warlords of weapons too. Let's see what happens next. After the warlords left the room, Tony turned to Yinsen. What do you say? Tony asked as he smirked. Should we get them new weapons? Yes, Yinsen said. I think we should, but I don't think they're going to like it. They set to work right away gathering supplies for the tools and equipment the warlords had brought them. It took weeks, but both men worked very hard, eager to be set free. Large pieces of gray metal were coming together, and they had a power source to run the behemoth. When their time was up, they sprung their plan. So let's see. So they're building weapons for the warlords, but let's see how it will go for them. It looks like Tony Stark and Yinsen agreed to build weapons. But let's see what Tony Stark will do next. As the warlords approached, Tony strapped himself into his weapon. It wasn't some kind of ray gun or rocket. It was a powered-up battle suit. Yinsen took over as Tony smashed through their prison door and declared, I am Iron Man! The warlord's weapons had hardly made a dent in the gray armor. Iron Man was invisible. Hey guys, Tony joked. I've got a few ideas for upgrades on your weapon systems. Too bad for you, I used them on this armor instead. He charged toward the warlords, and they turned, fleeing in fear. It means they're running away and they're attacking Tony Stark, but they're attacking Iron Man. So this was his gray armor suit. So Tony knows what he was doing. Very smart. The warlords are not very smart. But escaping wasn't all Tony wanted to do. He couldn't go home without stopping these men from hurting anyone else. He pulled rubble down from the caves, smashing all of their weapons. But as he did, he noticed a label on the crates that set him reeling. Those crates, they're from Stark Industries. They're from my company. Tony felt ashamed that his work was being used by warlords. But along with his shame, Tony also felt something new. There was just a spark of it, a hint of pride that, at least in this one instance, he had taken weapons away from Batman. Tony made it out of the cave, but Yinsen didn't make it out. You saved my life, Dr. Yinsen. I can't be a part of hurting more people. I see now that my work creating weapons has hurt a lot of people. So he found weapons and supplies that came from his company, Stark Enterprises. But Tony Stark has made it out safe from the cave. But Dr. Yinsen did not make it safe. He was trapped. So let's see what will happen next. Upon returning home, Tony made a public promise. He said, Stark Industry will never sell weapons to anyone again. And not only that, I'm putting all of my engineers and scientists and myself to work creating things that will make the world better, smarter, and safer. Tony believed just stopping the creation of new weapons wasn't enough. So he kept working in secret to refine and redesign his Iron Man armor. so he could protect the world from the weapons he wouldn't be able to stop. Tony continuously upgraded his armor over the next several years. He fought tirelessly to keep the world safe. Eventually, he became a founding member of the mighty Avengers. So Tony Stark has hired new employees, new scientists, new engineers to work in his company. And also he's willing to work with them, and he upgraded his Iron Man suit to a new other level, and that is how he had joined the Avengers. Let's see what happens next. Tony Stark wouldn't be remembered for his time creating weapons. Instead, the world came to know him for his red and gold armor. The world soon called him a superhero, the Golden Avenger. He was Tony Stark, the Iron Man. And that is the end of our story. Well, I guess that was a good story, because when we all learn about Tony Stark is he wanted to build technology in his company. But I think it wasn't that really hard. I think it wasn't really easy. I know it was really hard for him. But let's ask my little buddies. Tigga, say hi. Hello, boys and girls. And Piggy. Hello, boys and girls. So Tigga and Piggy, at what age did Tony start creating his own technology? Started building his own technology. He was 1 year old. No, silly Tigger. Sorry, Tigger. He was 19 years old. And what was the company he was working with? It was La Cucaracha, La Cucaracha. No, silly tiger. No, it was Stark Enterprises, a company. And what is that company for? It was for nacho cheese. No, it was for creating technology. For reals? Yes, and weapons and gadgets. Well, you know everything, Piggy. Yes, I do. I love the story. Okay. So what happened during, Tony Stark's life? Well, Tony Stark was creating new gadgets for the United States Army. Yeah, but gadgets? No, it was not gadgets. It was weapons. He was creating weapons for the Army of the United States. I know, sorry, silly me. But what happened next? Well, the Army, they were very excited to see the weapons that Tony Stark has made for them. But the warlords, they were not excited because Tony Stark did not make not one weapons for them. I know. So what did the warlords do? Well, they did. La Chihuahua, La Chihuahua. No, you silly tiger. No, they attacked the army base. They attacked Tony Stark. They attacked the soldiers. And Tony Stark was let off his feet and let on the ground. I know. That's true. Oh, it's because they were jealous of Tony Stark, right? Yes, they were. So, where was Tony Stark hiding? I know. What's your answer again? McDonald's. No, you silly tiger. In a cave. They were hiding in a cave. And who saved Tony Stark's life? It was Chuck E. Cheese. Ay, Tigger. No, wrong answer. It was Dr. Ho Jensen. Who is that? Someone who saved Tony Stark's life. And so what were they doing in the cave?
Well, he had to restore Tony's heart with some technology through his heart. Like that. But guess who found them two? Who? The Warlords. They found both of them, Tony Stark and Dr. Hon Jensen. Well, yeah, that's true.
So what happens next?
Well, as they were trapped, those groups of men, they were threatening the two men to build them. They wanted those two men to build them weapons.
Like, what kind of weapons? Do you know, Tigger?
Nacho cheese weapons. No! Like weapons like, like guns and other technology weapons. Dangerous weapons for the Warlords.
So were they making any weapons for them?
Well, yes. Yes, they were. Because that was the only answer, and they don't make no weapons. Well, that ends their life for Tony Stark and Dr. Hansen.
Well, that's true. So, so did they make the weapons for them?
Well, Tony Stark was thinking of a plan. I know he was, and Dr. Johansson was helping him, right? Yes, he was. Instead of creating weapons, he made his own armor suit.
His armor suit?
Yeah, a gray armor metal suit. That it was full of weapons and technology and gadgets. Yeah, it was, right? And when the Warlords entered the cave,
What happened in the cave? What did they find? Did they get their weapons?
no, they were attacked by Tony Stark.
And how did Tony Stark attack them?
With his suit, he was the Iron Man, the Grey Iron Man. And he was attacking them.
Why?
Because they did not want to free Tony Stark and Dr. Johansson. They wanted to keep them inside. And they don't build weapons for them. Then Tony Stark and Doctor could say goodbye to their lives. I know, that's true. Good job, Tigger. You remember some of the story.
So, what happens next?
Well, Tony Stark went boom to them. And then he went kaboom! Ow, my ears! And then the Warlords ran out of the cave and like a scary little cats. You're a cat. I know you. Yeah, they left because they were scared of Tony Stark's the Iron Man.
But what did Tony Stark found in the cave?
He found weapons that were from his company, Stark Enterprises. Yes, he did. So he thought of a new idea when he went back home.
What was the idea? What did he announce?
He announced to the people that he's going to hire more scientists, more engineers, and he will work with them to build weapons that are safely and weapons of technology. Yes! Well, kind of makes sense, but that's true. You did good, Tigger. So he was building his own new Iron Man suit. That's a secret, so no one would know. And he announced that his company will no longer sell weapons to bad guys, the criminals.
Wow, he did good. He fought the bad guys, did he?
Yes, he did. Well, so then, the only part that I like about what Tony's... Well, I know, you gotta say it, Biggie. I want to hear it. Okay, well. Tony Stark has joined the Avengers. Oh, yeah, that's true. He has joined the Avengers.
Well, yeah, that's true, he did. But what did the people call him?
The Golden Armor Superhero Avenger! Yeah, he joined the Avengers to fight off evil intergalactic villains that was trying to harm our home world. And that was the end of the story. And plus, he was flying the sun like this. Shoo, 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 shoo. Like Superman. That's right.
So what advice would you get to boys and girls?
Well, it's always cool to create new things, boys and girls. That way we can learn how to build them. Like learning how to plant and learning how to create new technology. Or learning how to cook. Hi, Tigger. What I say is that it's better to learn new stuff, boys and girls. Learning how to create your own gadgets. Learning how to build robots. Learning how to build other cool stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
That's true. And it's all come from science and engineers and math. That is true. But the one thing is, boys and girls, we all gotta learn a lot of new things. That way we can remember them, right? Yeah, that is true. And always, if you want to dream beautiful, dream big, who you want to be, dream of it, boys and girls. Okay? Good night, everybody. We love you all. And dream who you want to be. Either like a superhero or like a police officer or anyone that you want to be or subject, anything. You could dream of it. That's correct. Alright, boys and girls, we gotta go. Good night, everybody. Good night, everyone, and dream beautiful. Good night.
Well, what I can say is that, boys and girls, is dream who you want to be. Just like Iron Man dream of becoming a superhero. Good night, everybody.